Hey everybody, welcome to class. I believe this is actually class 3 on here. It says 3, I'm just making sure. It's all about party planning. That's the thing that matters. And so party planning, what does that mean? What does that look like? What does it sound? Why is it so important? So I'm going to share with you some really key factors, and you'll want to make sure that you have a pen and paper handy because again, lots of great information that we're going to teach you along the way, okay? I want you to think about when you go out and do a party, do you want to go out there and have it the biggest and best party for your hostess so that they can earn the most amount of product? Of course you do, right? But you also want it for you because you know what? You're gone from your family. Your time is valuable and you're spending time away, right? So you obviously want it to be the best that it can be as well. So how do we make this happen? Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to share some different ideas for you. So first, party planning for maximum results. So we're going to teach you in this class how to have parties that achieve $1,000 party or as close to more often than not. Okay, we're going to teach you how to build attendance because obviously the more people we get at a party, the more likelihood of that party being $1,000 or more is more achievable. We're also going to teach you how to get your host to be excited, right? We want our hostesses on board with us. We want our hostesses to be partnering with us. We're doing everything we can to make sure that their party is success. So we also want them to, be working it to make sure that their party is a success for them. We're going to teach you the formula for success. What does that mean? And host coaching, again, what are some more choices? So if we review, what was class 2? In class 2, we covered how to work your calendar, how to make a master list, keep it updated, how to meet new people, date parties, and the 4 kinds of parties and benefits for each. If you haven't looked at class 2 yet, not a big deal. Get to it and review that, okay? So how much do you want to earn? That's the first question you want to ask yourself. So remember, of your personal sales, based on an average $450 show, you earn 25% of what you sell. You also get to put that income in your pocket immediately. Tupperware has created an amazing program where they don't send us our paychecks. They send us bonus checks, but they don't send us our paychecks. So you can go out there and actively be working your business daily and making income daily, right? You earn a personal volume bonus, okay? And that is when you personally sell $1,200 or more, about 3 average shows a month, and you earn a 5% bonus. Remember, Tupperware's month doesn't end on a typical calendar month. It ends the last Friday of every month. Okay, so for instance, our October is ending this next Friday, which would be the 30th. All right, you also get a bigger bonus. When you sell $3,200 or more, that's on an average about 6 to 8 parties a month, and you earn a 10% bonus on your personal sales. So that's averaging about $1,260 a month. That's pretty good income. So what do you expect for 2 nights a week? If you're gone 2 nights a week, again, we want to make sure that those times away are profitable, not only for your hostesses, but for you. You're doing this as another source of income, typically. So you first need to sit down and look at your schedule and say, all right, these are the days that I'm going to actively go out there and work my business. These are the days that fits around my family's schedules. These are the days that I'm okay being gone. I don't have other things going on. So again, you look at 2 parties a week, average $450, that's $900. $900 in sales times 4, that's $3,600 in retail sales. If we take 900, 25% commission off of 900, plus your 10% personal volume bonus is an extra $360, okay? Your income is, again, right around $1,260 a month. Take this times 12 months, and you make roughly $15,000 a year. That's part-time. Pretty good income. And what would that do for you? But now let's look. You're gone the same 2 nights, okay? And again, those average about three hours worth of your time. And the party average is not 450, but it's 600. And in our organization, our party average is right around 600 to about 750, 780. So let's look at this. So again, you're gone the same 2 nights times $600 in sales. That's $1,200 in retail sales that you have done. Okay. If you take 1,200 times 4, okay, that is $4,800 in retail sales times your 25% commission plus your 10% personal volume bonus is an extra $480. So now your income for the month is $1,680 versus $1,260. Take that times 12 months, and that's roughly $20,000 a year working part-time. Again, you've gone the same amount of time. So we want to help you not only increase those party averages, but we also want to help you date in close. So what does that mean, date in close? Well, first, your host remembers why she said yes. They're excited right then and there. They're excited to have the party. They're excited to get their girlfriends together. They're excited about the products that they saw. Okay, so you also know what's going on in a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and you don't have to wonder what's the next offer that's coming out. Okay, a party is just shopping with friends, so how much notice do they really need? So when you think about it, if someone calls you up and says, hey, what are you doing in 6 months? You're like, I have no idea, I don't know. But if somebody calls you up and says, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You're going to go, oh, I've got this going on, or hey, I have nothing going on. Same thing with the party. It's just getting together with some girlfriends, playing with some recipes and products, and shopping, right? Hosts receive her products faster. You receive your profit faster. And when do you want to make money? Do you want to make money now or a month from now? When you think if you started a job, right? You went and got a job, which means just over broke. You went and got a job, and they told you, oh, we're so excited to have you on board, but you know what? We really don't need you actually starting for about 6 weeks. So that's when you're going to get your first paycheck. Are you going to go, I'm out? I'm not staying here. So why do we do that to our own business? Date parties now. Date them in close. So, and this is what you look like when you date a party. Woo! Yay! Think about every party in your date book is a minimum of $115 in your pocket, but we're going to help you strive for it to be about $200, $250 in your pocket for the same time frame gone. So think about, where's the party going to take you? It all starts with the party. That's where the magic happens. So let's look at what is party planning. Party planning is where you and the host partner together to be sure that she has got the best party possible. Right? It's also called host coaching because you know what a successful party looks like, and you're going to help coach your hostess on what her role is for success. So when you have a great party, your host is happy. She got everything she wanted. The customers are happy. They had fun. You're happy because you earned great income and are having fun doing it. So the key to a successful party, and love Sherry Hudspeth. She's a great mentor, a great coach. So the key to a successful party is high attendance. No matter how awesome your show presentation is, if there are 3 guests there, chances are that you won't have a $500 party, 3 bookings, and a potential new recruit. Now, when you have 10 guests at your parties, you've got a much better chance of accomplishing this, right? So how well you coach your hostess directly impacts how many guests you'll have in attendance. The average sale per guest in our business is about $50. So that means if there are 3 guests at your party, your sales would likely be about $150. If there's 10 guests in attendance, your sales will probably be right around $500. So you want to set a goal to have at least 8 to 10 guests in attendance at every single party. And this is very easy to attain with good hostess coaching. So it's again getting her on board. So your host is key. Our hostesses are key to high attendance, right? We count on them to personally invite their guests and to follow up a day or two prior to the party and to remind them. But what do you think the hostess says when we coach them to do that? They say, I really don't want to be pushy. I don't want to make my friends come to a party, right? These are her friends and her family. She doesn't want them to feel like she's taking advantage of them or anything, right? So she may even feel a little bit guilty about getting free product as a result of what they spend at her party. So she says, you know what, I'll just send a few emails and we'll see who comes. Whoever comes is whoever comes. And you know what, that's a sure disaster for you and your business as well as her party. So if we know that's how many hostesses feel, how do we get them to cooperate with us? How do we get them to get on board with us? So we're gonna coach them. So here's an example. So one of the most important goals of host coaching should be to get your hostess's buy-in and her partnership, okay? Because remember, she's key to the success. So here's a little proven technique. So I'm going to share with you this technique to get the hostess's buy-in to full cooperation and partnership with you, to be excited. And this technique has been taught for years. And Sherry Hudspeth, the one coach we were talking about earlier, she has taught it to many different companies. And when we use it, it has unbelievable results. Are you ready? Okay. And again, here it goes. So here's the script. You'll be able to review this over and over and over that you can use with your hostesses. All right. So first thing, you say something like, hey, Kathy, you know what? Most of my hostesses have told me that there are 3 things that they want from their party. First, they want their friends to have fun. Next, to not have their friends feel pressured to buy. And also, they want to get some free product for themselves. So does this sound pretty accurate? Hostess, she'll say, yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. And, you know, I just really want my friends to have a good time and hang out. Perfect. So then you come back and say, and this is again when you're coaching them over the phone or in person, right? So you get your hostesses at the party date right away. This is how you're going to start your proven technique. This is how you're going to start your conversation. So you know what, Kathy, that's awesome. So I can make sure that all of this happens, but I just need a little help from you, okay? So Kathy, what I want you to imagine is that it's the night of your party and there are 3 guests in your living room. The room's probably a little quiet and there may not be a whole lot of talking going on. And there's typically not a whole lot of energy or laughing going on either. Now, okay, so I just want you to imagine that. Now imagine it's the night of your show and there's 10 people in this room. And it's a little noisy and it's kind of crazy and everyone's laughing and having a great time. And you know what? I can hardly get a word in otherwise to get them going, right? So which group do you think was having more fun? The hostess says, well, the group of 10. Absolutely. And with 10 people in attendance, would they feel less pressured to buy than if there were 3? Hostess says, probably true, right? So then you come back and share. So the second group has more fun, feels less pressure to buy, and you certainly would get more free product. Okay, now this is very important. Don't be tempted to just tell them that their guests will have more fun, feel less pressure to buy, and you'll get more free product with 10 guests in attendance. This is only effective if you walk them through the exercise. So you want to walk them through the process. Get them to visualize the room with 3 people. Get them to visualize the room with 10 people. Okay? So now that your hostess sees the bigger picture, they will be more likely and more receptive to truly calling their friends. Okay? To get them on board and to get them excited to be there. So she says yes. Here's your steps. So first you set a date and a time. Okay? You do not have a party unless there's a date and time. Right? We don't say, woohoo, yay, they said yes, great, when's the party date? Oh, she didn't pick one, I have to call her back or she's calling me back. Doesn't count, okay? So, because here's another scenario. Do you believe that your husband or significant other is taking you out for dinner if he hasn't made reservations or if a date's not picked, right? You also want to choose the closing date too, no surprises, okay? And these are, again, things to do to help have the best party ever. Also, encourage them to double date. right? Does she know someone who wants to party too? Have her call them up right away, and you guys can do the party same night, same place. Let's say she chooses to do it at her house. The gal she calls up says, yeah, I want to do a party too with you. So then the other gal comes over. They each have their own guest list. They each are inviting their own people, and it works out fabulous. Now you're doing 2 parties instead of 1 party the same night. Okay? And you really want to make sure that as soon as your hostess says, yes, you're prepared, you've got a hostess packet, you've got the materials that she needs to go away with, so she remains excited, right? Next, have a thank you note. Okay, you can have these done up on postcards, and we can get these sent out to you. Okay, but this is something that you can fill out in your car. Have a bunch of these in your car. So as soon as the party, as soon as you're leaving the party, you quickly write in everybody, do a postcard to everybody who dated a show, and zap them off into the mail. Okay, on your way home, then it's done. Here's some tools from Tupperware for your success. These amazing party folders. It is fabulous. So first, you want to make sure you fill in the party information, your contact information. And what I actually do is where it says my name, my number, and other ways to reach me, I actually go through and I put a label on there with all of my information already printed on it. It makes it really simple. It's already done. I don't have to write it out that night. Again, very simple and easy. Step 2 is what they can expect, okay? So they'll want to pick a recipe. They'll want to work on their wish list, okay? Get the guest list back to you. Also, you want to make sure that you give her a variety of things that she can be excited about, okay? Theme parties are fun, all right? So they could do a party around a specific product, a date me product, and you could do the recipe based on that. Could be around a season, so this time it's all about falling into Tupperware, or Halloween season, or Thanksgiving season, giving back season, right? Could be around the attendees, so it could be a wino night, it could be a girls' night out, it could be a Mexican night. It can be anything. It's a party. You're having fun, right? And I'll be posting some files on the Shazam Facebook page with all the different theme party ideas, okay? Download them and save them to your computer for future reference. And then choose a couple and find some fun people to get free Tupperware, right? Custom services, a variety of different things you can do. So many Tupperware consultants offer these great value-added services to their customers. So custom kitchen, custom freezer planning. These, again, are just some different party ideas. Custom refrigerator planning with FridgeSmart containers, meal preps with the Vent and Serves Crystal Waves, now the pressure cooker, the Smart Steamer, the Stack Cooker. Healthy lifestyle cooking also goes with the Stack Cooker and pressure cooker and Smart Steamer. So as you talk to your customers and future hostesses, you're going to find out what their interests are. Here's the next one of what does she want? Make sure that she is writing down what her eyes are on. Help her also think outside of the box. Sometimes people date parties just to help their friends out. Well, if that's the case, which is totally cool, help them think outside of the box. Help them think of any gifts that they have to give throughout the year, anniversary gifts, birthday gifts, bridal shower gifts, right, graduation gifts. And they can be writing these items down on their list and be earning them for free or half price. Saves them money and gets them more excited when they see that list building. And this is truly one of the key components, because as they see their list building, they work harder on getting more people in attendance there, all right? And they also work harder on collecting those outside orders. You also want to make sure that you cover what the hostess gets, okay? So remember that this chart is amazing. It's broken down. It's very easy. It starts off with a $1,000 party. You always want to start at the top and work down. Okay, so it is breaking down, and we'll break down the formula for you to show how to have a $1,000 party consistently. But they automatically get free and half price items as long as their party's at least at $250. They get a thank you gift at $175 on up. Then they get items at half price based on their sales level. And then they also get their date and hold gift. And they get to choose one out of those 6 choices towards the back of your catalog. So you just want to make sure that your hostess knows the perks that are in it for her. Okay. So, and here in the catalog, you actually want to go through and show them, you know what, here's your date and hold gifts. Which of these do you like the most? And kind of go through that and have her, say, oh, I really like this one. Okay. And so you can also, when you follow up with her wish list and stuff, you can share with her that, you know what, I'll be able to help you get a good portion of this for free and half price. Okay, when your sales reach blank. So again, as you follow up with her and finding out what that wish list is and calculating the dollar amount, it's going to give you an idea exactly how big her party needs to be in order to get those items all for her. All right. So next, what goes in your folder, right? We're party planning. We want them to go away excited. We've set the date. We've set the expectation. So now what information do you want them to go home with? So a cover letter. I truly just simply like a cover letter that reiterates what the envelope already says. And sometimes with the new folder, I don't even put that in, but I do put in there my story. Current hostess gift sheet. Okay, those are available on our Shazam Facebook page. You want at least 2 to 3 catalogs. Mid-month brochures or the sales brochures. You want 5 to 7 of those because they're going to be handing those out to people who can't attend. You want about 8 to 10 order forms because if you give them one, they'll fill out one. If you give them typically 8 to 10, they get at least half, if not 3/4, or filled out. You want a white envelope with the guest list in there for them to be able to return it back to you with ease. You don't want the reasons, well, I didn't have a stamp, I didn't have this, right? And make sure your contact information is absolutely on everything. You want to make sure you review everything that's put in your folder. Don't let any piece go by untouched or acknowledged. Otherwise, it should not be in your folder. Catalogs, make sure you show them where the item numbers are and how to get the outside orders. The mid-month brochure, show her what's on sale. Show the purchase with purchases. So when a customer spends so much that they get another product for a different price, right? Order form, show her how to fill them out. And I will post, if I still have it, a sheet that says how to fill out order forms. The white envelope. Okay, tell her that you could use this party to open her own Tupperware business. The white envelope simply has a warning envelope on or warning label on it that says warning, reading materials inside could change your life forever. Then inside there, you'll want the confident start page and at least the where will the party take you, because that typically has not only the picture of the kit, but also the say yes offer. And then again, this is saying the cover letter, but the folder pretty much has everything on it anymore. And the final thing I leave them with is working on their invitation list, getting that guest list out to me and back to me within 24 hours, and they get 24 gifts. So you might go, 24 gifts, oh my gosh. Well, guess what? 24 gifts literally is 20 whistle straws, so it's a pack of whistle straws, and then I attach curly ribbon onto that. So I'll tie 4 pieces of curly ribbon onto straws, and I'll tie tiny treasures onto the ends of the curly ribbon. And I bend the straws in a variety of ways. I put the end of the straws into a cello bag. I tie curly ribbon around the halfway point of the cello bag, and curly up the ends, and then fold the top portion of the cello bag down so it looks like a little vase. And then when you bend the top portions of the straws in a variety of different ways, it looks like a spring bouquet or a fall bouquet. Very fun, and people love it. But they only get that when they get their guest list back to me in 24 hours. So you might go, well, how do they get the guest list back to you? Well, you can do it one of 2 ways. Number one, as long as it's postmarked 24 hours after I have given it to them, and or they let me know that it's in the mail, or they can email it to you, right? Next, it is all about inviting, right? So getting that guest list back, you want it not only to back to you in 24 hours, but you want it filled out. And so there is a frank list on who to invite. So it doesn't matter whether people live close or far, you know, Tougher Connect is definitely our answer and helps everyone participate. You also want to set up an event page. Okay, you can either have the hostess set it up and invite you, or you can set it up and you put her as part of the admin so she can go on and invite people, and you both can be posting some fun stuff on there. You know, encourage her how to invite people. It's calling people personally. It is sending out you send out the reminder cards, and then she calls a few days prior to get a count of how many people will be there. Way to build attendance is definitely by over inviting, right? So if we come back to the Frank list, Frank stands for family, okay, or friends, relatives, sorry about that. So friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids as parents, or I say kind people, okay? And if they go through, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they pick 8 people in each category, that's going to be at least 40 people that they're inviting, okay? And again, usually a third is able to come. You want to make sure she over invites, offer her extra incentives, and then she'll get a pick out of your stripper bag or your bonus bag or your bonus bowl, that when they get the guest list back to you, when they have at least 40 people on their invite list, and that when they have at least, you know, 10 to 15 people in attendance. Maybe it's when they have 8 outside orders. You could also do it when they have 2 people there that they didn't invite that are adults. So you can come up with a variety of ways to increase attendance, get more people in front of you, and offer her little, you know, old dating gifts or tiny treasures pieces that are all decked out with curly ribbon. So, and I just gave you some different ideas on how to build attendance. So again, drive at least 10 or more. They get to pick a goodie bag out of your basket or your bowl. $5 value or less, okay? But you can decide that. Obviously, they don't get host credit by picking these items. These are just up, over, and beyond gifts that you're offering. You can also do, you know, there's a variety of ways that you can offer extra gifts. And again, we kind of went over some ideas for that. How to maximize a home party. First, set a goal for yourself. What results do you want from this party? Right? So do you truly sit there and say, okay, tonight I'm going to this party and we're going to have at least a $750 to $1,000 party. The goal set with your hostess, right? You've been coaching her on that. We built attendance. So if when you talk to her 2 to 3 days prior, you want to make sure if she says, oh, you know, I have 6. Okay, you know what? I'm going to challenge you. Let's get at least 4 more there. And again, you get to pick out of my bonus basket, right? So just a variety of ways that you can stay on top of that. Okay, so how do you spoil and keep it cost effective? Take what you earn for free or next to nothing, okay, and use it wisely. Put it to use. If it's just sitting there, put it to use. A free bowl will give you a nice, will give you a nice bowl for your kitchen, or put some nice cash in your pocket. But using it as a bonus for a host will help you build your career, okay? Protect your business. Invest in what furthers your business, right? Don't just buy stuff to buy stuff, but really buy things. Or if you have a hostess who doesn't take all of her half-price items, you can take a half-price collection and truly look at sets, because then you can divvy out that set collection and offer extra incentives for either people who date in close, or again, to strive your hostess to get more in attendance or more sales. You know, discounts to customers cut your profitability. So really watch giving discounts to customers, but offer extra product incentives when, again, they bring an adult uninvited guest. Okay, you could offer the guests a little pick out of your basket. And again, that would be like a tiny treasure or an old dating gift. Okay, something very inexpensive. Hosts build your career. Okay, so I want you to think, do you want to make $100, $200 a month, or $1,000 to $1,500 a month? You decide. So let's review your points of contact. So again, send a thank you note immediately. Have those in your car ready to go. so you can fill them out right after your party. That just helps cement the party. Also, your hostess goes, wow, they're on top of it. Contact your hostesses when you get her guest list via email, Tupper Connect, and or Facebook event. Contact at least 1 week after dating just to check in on her wish list and outside orders. Okay, contact a week before the party. If it's typical 2 weeks out, again, go over the wish list, confirm the closing date, contact at least 24 to 48 hours prior to the party to confirm the head count, and then send a thank you note after the party. You send a thank you note as soon as they date, and you send a thank you note after the party is held. Your focus on how do you continue to just build your business? Well, you know what? Power hours are huge, and it's scheduling 1 hour at least in your day to work your business. And you can break that up in a variety of different ways. So, again, power hours every single day makes a difference. So what gets scheduled typically gets done, right? So your power hour could be 15 minutes for host calls and then customer calls, dating calls, and recruiting calls. You can have several power hours throughout your entire day, okay? But this is truly where phone calls are going out and not taking ones that come in from friends or distractions. So during your power hour time, it's strictly business and those phone calls are going out. And then when you're out of a power hour, then you can return those other phone calls, okay? Here's a formula that works every single time. If you take the number of orders, right, times the amount of the order equals your party total, right? So typical average outside order is $35, typical. So if you get 10 outside orders or your hostess gets 10 outside orders, that's $350. If there's 10 people at a party, average party order is about $50 to $70. So we went with 65 here. That warrants a $1,000 party. That's $250 profit for you, $220 in free product for your hostess, plus 3 items at half price, plus a thank you gift and any host bonuses that are going on for that time frame. Wow, that's a lot of information, but it's really basic stuff. So review this. I hope you took some great notes along the way. So I want you to send an email to myself and your director with 5 takeaways from this class, okay? Get your supplies ordered and in order. So get your party planning package, your catalogs, your flyers, your order forms, right? You want to make sure that you have got your warning envelopes put together with what's in there, the confident start, and the where will the party take you flyer. You can order those from Tupperware. You can also print those. Start the process with all of your current parties in your date book, making sure that you host, coach effectively. Make the parties you have in there the best possible. Okay, and then I want you to think about what do you think will be the biggest obstacle to making this work for you? And I want you to share that so then we can work through that with you. Okay, so hopefully this party planning training was helpful. Please talk to your directors or your managers. If you have questions, certainly can contact myself as well. We are all here to help you have the best business possible. Thanks so much for listening, you guys. Bye-bye.